Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kevin Donovan. I'm the Director of Graduate Recruitment at the University of Buffalo School of Architecture and Planning. Welcome today. This is an overview of our Master of Architecture and our Master of Business Administration collaborative degree. So today I'm here with my colleague, Meghan Wood, who's the Director of Recruitment and Admissions at the School of Management. And again, my name is Kevin Donovan, Director of Graduate Enrollment at the School of Architecture and Planning. So the big question is, why would a student want to pursue an MArch MBA collaborative degree? There's a couple of, I think, enhanced skills that would make it very, very appealing to a student. Obviously, the establishment of management of a successful architectural office requires a wide range of skills. In addition to basic competency in traditional architectural roles, the growing complexity of the field demands a wide range of managerial and administrative skills. For instance, architectural practices have expanded their range of services to include construction, supervision, real estate development, multinational project management, and public sector consultation. This collaborative degree is intended to provide students with skills and knowledge necessary to assume responsibilities for these major challenges in the industry. So the program is set up in a basic layout where a student can take classes in MBA and then shift over to the Master of Architecture, and then a blend and variety of course load is acquired in the third year of study.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Kevin. I'm going to jump in and review our MBA enrolled stats and curriculum information. The University of Buffalo was founded in 1923, so we have over 100 years of being in the business of business. The UB School of Management was founded in 1923. We are an AACSB accredited school, which is the gold standard in graduate management education. Of more than 16,000 business schools worldwide, only about 6% are accredited by AACSB International. We're the #1 ranked business school in the State University of New York, SUNY system. We're a top 25 ranked public MBA by Forbes, and Bloomberg Business Week ranked the UB MBA second in the nation for return on investment. U.S. News and World Report cited us as one of the 15 MBA programs with the most employed graduates, so we're really proud of those stats. I wanted to share some information with you regarding our recent incoming classes of fall 2024 and those who joined us a couple months ago in fall 2025. They're a little bit different. As you can see, visa challenges definitely impacted our incoming class of 2025. I do want to note that we do not require work experience to apply to our MBA program. But as you can see, our incoming class of fall 2024 brought about 3 years of post-bachelor's work experience, and our incoming class of fall 2025 brought an average of 1.75 years of work. But again, we do not require it for admissions consideration. Our robust MBA curriculum prepares our students to lead in today's constantly changing business environment. Our incoming MBA class is divided into cohorts no larger than 40 to 50 students to ensure vibrant class discussion and learning. Additionally, each first-year MBA is assigned to a 5 to 6 person team who works together the entire first year across core classes, projects, and presentations. Students take 27 required core course credits in year 1. They're able to choose a 3-credit elective in the spring semester. As you can see, the majority of core classes are 7 weeks in length. Our students actually just ended their first part of the first semester. And required core courses and first-year experiences provide a strong foundation and are the same for all MBA students. Most students complete the 3-credit internship in the summer in between years 1 and 2, or in this case, in the summer in between your FT full-time MBA core year, and then moving over to the School of Architecture. Our program offers 12 focus areas, and it's important to note that some students select courses from one focus area, others choose 2, and some don't even choose a focus area, instead choosing a variety of electives that are of interest to them. We have dedicated academic and career advisors to assist you in this selection, and it also really helps to fit in determining electives that then fit in well with required architecture courses as well. In terms of action learning, employers consistently describe a need for strong critical thinking and problem-solving skills. The UB MBA emphasizes an experiential approach through action learning. Our students not only learn theory, but can also apply it in many practical ways. So action learning actually begins at orientation and continues through years 1 and 2 of the program through MBA Advantage. In August of year 1, before classes begin, our students build strong bonds with their class, and through team building activities and leadership experiences, they engage with many in our School of Management community. During the first fall semester, students actively participate in a 600 level discussion class focused on career planning and development, and prepare for focus area selection, internship search, the interview process, and more. Before spring classes begin, students participate in 2 days of virtual programming focused on career development, including internship networking. Is another UB MBA point of differentiation. Corporate champions are representatives from organizations across Western New York. You can see a few listed on this slide, where our first year MBA student teams engage with our corporate champions in multiple touch points throughout the first semester. Our students benefit from the insights, learning lab environment, and access to senior leadership. The Jordan A. Daniels Nonprofit Board Fellowship connects students with community organizations for leadership development and hands-on impact. Selected students are able to serve as board members of local nonprofit organizations for a 1-year term. Many of our MBA students participate in the Projects Clinic, where they dive into hands-on real-world projects alongside community partners. And multiple short-term projects, usually 2 to 3 weeks in length, offer our graduate students a dynamic experience working in cross-functional teams with diverse organizations. And some of our project partners are listed on the slide. Additionally, the School of Management centers serve as a bridge between academia and industry and advance the school's strategic pillars by providing transformative education, thought leadership, and societal impact. There are many opportunities for our MBA students to collaborate on student-run consulting projects and tackle real-world problems. Through our faculty-led short-term global programs, students prepare to lead in today's business world and develop the global and diversity mindset needed to succeed in any industry. You'll meet new people, visit businesses and cultural sites to showcase your experience. And all of our global and U.S. experiences include a credit-bearing virtual program, as well as optional travel to the program's destination, either international or within the U.S., and an opportunity to earn a micro-credential. The CoLab, which is short for our Startup and Innovation Collaboratory, is a campus-based entrepreneurship and innovation center that empowers students to realize solutions for the challenges of our time. It's part startup incubator and part idea sharing center that connects students to mentors, events, funding, and experiences that cultivate the skills and mindset to either build successful companies or innovate competitively within careers in any organization. So I really just want to highlight our UB community. UB is a wonderful place to study, and Buffalo is an awesome place to live. The University of Buffalo has more than 307,000 alumni across 150 countries, including 48,000 from the School of Management. Our alumni really are special. They're highly engaged with current students, participate in many networking events, speak in classes and with clubs, and serve on a variety of boards and panels. To give you a little bit more insight into the University of Buffalo, there's so many ways to have fun. UB offers more than 500 student clubs and a variety of other opportunities to engage outside of the classroom. We have several UB School of Management student organizations. A few listed on this side are either undergrad and grad focused or completely graduate focused. And some benefits of joining our student organizations are networking opportunities, leadership development, gaining industry insights, and building your resume. Our students have access to 2 career centers. Our School of Management's Career Resource Center, where they get to work with a dedicated MBA career advisor, and the university's Career Design Center. Before students even set foot on campus, the CRC is engaged and committed to your success by providing an MBA action item checklist. They'll work with you to help develop your career strategy, personal brand, and hone the tools you'll need for an effective job search and rewarding career. And I wanted to share a quick glance of outcomes for our May 2024 MBA graduates and some of the companies who employed them. 89% were employed within 3 months of graduation, with an average base salary of $85,000 and a high base salary of $225,000. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Kevin to talk about the Master of Architecture.
Thanks, Megan. Appreciate it. Next slide. So the Master of Architecture degree here at UB is focused on a number of different factors that are skill sets and bullet points that I'd like to kind of overview quickly. One thing I would say is we are a community impact school. We do much of our work in the community of Buffalo and surrounding areas, problem solving, looking at ways to make the community better. A couple of our hallmarks in terms of the actual degree itself, we focus on critical thinking and representation, integrated building practices, many tech skills, as well as knowledge, leadership practice, and accreditation professional path to licensure. The facilities here at UB are second to none. We have the two base facilities here, Hayes Hall and Crosby Hall, which is next to it, as well as a full-blown shop facility and sustainable manufacturing area. Within the School of Architecture and Planning are a number of research centers focused on subject topics like inclusive design to urban excellence to sustainable manufacturing and robotics. So students in the Master of Architecture program are in a design-based curriculum, but they're also involved in a lot of building practices and skill enhancement. The staple of our 2-year Master of Architecture program, which is a 2-year accredited 60-credit program, really is focused on tracking students to professional licensure in architecture. Many of our students that apply into our Master of Architecture 2-year degree are coming from a successfully completed studio-based 4-year U.S. college or university or an equivalent credential from an international institution. There are some specific criteria that we look for when students apply into the Master of Architecture. They must have a minimum of 5 studio courses, equivalent credits in architectural history, structures, environmental systems, technology, and media. These are all prerequisites of our NAB accreditation through the National Accreditation Body of Architects. We're also STEM extension, which means students internationally can stay in the U.S. and do work after their 2-year degree. So a little bit of an overview about what we'd be looking for if you were to apply into the Master of Architecture here at the University of Buffalo. Obviously, we'd be looking for a bachelor's degree from an accredited government college or university. A GPA of 3.0 is a minimum requirement that we look at. And if you're an international student, again, we'll do an overview and a review of your international transcripts to determine a GPA. GRE is not required for the School of Architecture and Planning. And we're looking for 2 to 3 letters of academic reference and or professional. Typically, most students that are coming into the 2-year Master of Architecture are applying with academic references. Core elements or materials that we'd be looking for would include a CV resume and your personal statement, along with a portfolio. The portfolio is an overview of your creative work in an undergrad architecture program. Most of the criteria and guidelines are available on our website, arcplan.buffalo.edu. That will give you a very significant overview of what we're looking for in application portfolio. But I'm also here as a guide if students run into any issues or they'd like to ask questions about their build out. And also for international students, we do look very, very closely at their materials, transcripts. We do offer English language proficiency scores as a material upload. We take the DET test, we take IELTS, we'll take TOEFL. We will require a proof of degree for provisional certificate as well as a passport photo. Financial documentation is also a critical component to the visa processing effort, and WES or ECC evaluation are not required here at the School of Architecture and Planning.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Kevin. Now that we've covered a lot of information, I also want to talk about the MBA admissions deadlines and requirements. So our MBA program admits in the fall. Our first applicant deadline is October 15th. Highly encourage you to consider applying by the January 15th deadline, as it's the priority deadline for applicants applying for scholarship consideration. Our final international applicant deadline is March 15th. And then we offer 2 more domestic applicant deadlines, with the last being on June 1st. Now, in terms of the application due, it would have to be the online application, the $100 application fee, and all materials that I'll cover on the next slide. If you submit everything by this date, you can expect to receive a decision by the corresponding date noted in the second column. And then if you're admitted, we would hope that you would pay your $500 MBA tuition deposit by the date noted in the third column, although there's plenty of room for discussion about that, and we can, provide extensions as necessary. I do want to make sure everyone understands if you're applying to the Masters of Architecture and the Masters of Business Administration collaborative degree, you still have to apply to both programs separately because there'll be an admissions committee that's reviewing your Masters of Architecture application. And then within the School of Management, we have our MBA admissions committee. So you need to make sure you're submitting both applications, both application fees and materials for consideration for each program. Within the MBA application, we actually ask a question, are you applying to a collaborative degree program? So you would select yes, then you would select Masters of Architecture. And then we'll ask a couple follow-up questions in terms of have you applied yet? And if you've applied, have you been admitted? So it's important to note those questions. And as always, feel free to reach out to Kevin or myself with any of those questions. We're here to help and follow up.
And I'm going to comment too on the MArch side of things as well. We also look at the January 15th as early submission deadline, and then we release decisions accordingly afterwards. So
excellent. Thanks, Kevin. So we do require the online application, and your applicant portal will serve as your dashboard for all the other application pieces. It's really going to be where you can view your to-do checklist, upload your documents, and ultimately be able to review your admissions decision. For the MBA program, the application fee is $100. You must upload all transcripts for each college or university you list within your application, and transcripts for all undergraduate credits, including any transfer credits earned towards your undergraduate degree, must be uploaded. Copies can be uploaded for admissions consideration. And if you are a non-UB student and you are selected for admission, we'll reach out to request your official college or university, or we'll reach out to you to have you request your official transcript, conferred degree transcript. UB students can upload their academic advisement reports. We require a resume, and your resume link should be about 1 page for every 10 years of professional work experience you possess. You want to include relevant education and work experience and the months and the years of employment for each position you've held. So you want to show starting month and year to ending month and year. And then obviously if you're in a current position, it would be starting month and year to present. For the MBA program, we require a career objectives essay. It's pretty simple. It should be about 700 words in length. And you should tell us your short-term and long-term career goals and why you're pursuing an MArch MBA. Admissions interviews are by invitation only, and we'll reach out to you after you've submitted all materials required for admissions consideration. And we're test optional, so we do not require the GMAT or GRE, but if you've taken either exam and you have a strong score report, you can definitely upload that to your application. In terms of additional steps for international applicants, it's very similar to what Kevin advised of earlier. I just want to highlight, you can click this QR or click the code here to learn about the UB policy in terms of English language proficiency. You must have earned the equivalent of a U.S. bachelor's degree. Please be sure to upload your passport photo page and make sure that the name listed on your application matches your passport photo page. And then post-admission, not required for admissions consideration, is financial documentation, and that's required for issuing your I-20, but it is not required for admissions consideration, and it will not hold up your application if you don't upload it until after you receive a decision. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Kevin to talk about tuition and fees.
Great, thanks, Megan. So I'm going to cover a little bit, just snapshot information regarding both the School of Architecture and Planning and also the School of MBA. Obviously, UB is an excellent investment on your time and resources. We're the top 25 most affordable university in the U.S., ranked by Credit Summit. We have a very low cost of living in Western New York. There are plenty of assistantship opportunities in both of our schools in terms of ability for you to do other work while you're a graduate student, and then career support. Megan mentioned a bunch of different connections that students can have while they're in the MBA program. And at the School of Architecture and Planning, we also have a career liaison that is also working with our students toward professional licensure. And mentioned at the end of the slide here, MBA does have merit-based scholarships similar to what we have at the School of Architecture and Planning. So this is a snapshot of MBA in terms of tuition rates for a student that's in-state and non-resident. You can get a sense there in terms of what the tuition rates are. Architecture, the tuition rate for a non-resident student is roughly around $14,070. So we're very similar in terms of base tuition. Obviously, you'd be looking at university fees as well as some other basic fees if you're coming in as an in-state student. Admitted and deposited students can apply for assistantships and on-campus employment as well. And Megan and I, in our roles here at both schools, can help you find and examine potential opportunities while you're a student at UB. Anything else there, Megan, you want to add?
No, I think that was great, Kevin. This is just first year MBA core tuition and fees, because obviously in this next slide, we're going to talk about tuition and fee structure for our collaborative students. Okay, Kev.
Excellent. Yeah, so in this slide again, you're looking at taking on MBA fees in the first year and tuition, and then sliding into our MArch full-time tuition and fees in the second year. And then again, you'll be looking at full-time tuition and fees, whichever department you're taking more credits from. So that's how the base tuition will flow in the third year study. And then just quickly, some interesting notes on the MArch funding. We have both domestic and tiered international funding opportunities, departmental scholarships that are aligned with our admissions decisions. Again, these are based on the evaluation of our students' application overall materials. There are other opportunities to work as a research assistant within many of our research centers here within the School of Architecture and Planning. And then all students have the ability to apply to TA at some point during their journey as a Master of Architecture student. Our original offers go out in May, and then students can apply each and every semester afterwards. So again, the basic opportunity here would be to try to connect with either myself or Megan to look a little more deeply into our programs. MBA student ambassadors are available if you'd like to click on the QR code there. You can reach me at WhatsApp if you'd like to connect and ask more questions on a text level. And then at the School of Architecture and Planning, and I'm sure Megan does the same at the School of Management, where we run a number of different virtual information sessions, opportunities to learn more about building your portfolio, and other unique conversation points that you can have with us during the admissions journey. And wrapping it up, there's our information as well as our buffalo.edu emails. If you'd like to reach out to us, feel free at any point. And thanks for joining today.
Well, thank you so much.